Welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia. With me today we have Nick.
Hi.
And we're here to talk about games and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon's lost in the time stream. But we got Splatoon to talk about. So both of us played.
Yes, we do, because we had the Splatfest over the weekend.
Yeah, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
Alright, you ready to get into it? I guess that's what we're starting. Okay. So, you're Team Gear.
I was Team Gear.
That's Team Fun.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we somehow held the lead up through halftime.
Correct.
And just lost by a hair.
Correct.
Also, too, I don't know how much you noticed it in the matchmaking, but it was very lopsided, Team Gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was something like 57%, I think, was Team Gear. Like, this obviously was a very broken Splatfest, unfortunately, for the first one. But, I mean, I didn't have any problem matchmaking. Just anecdotally, I saw, like, people online, like, Team Gear people, there were so many of them, they would get matched against other Team Gear people.
Yeah, so, like, the win would basically just, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
So,
did you get to do any tricolor battles?
No.
That was the other complaint I heard, because I guess during their feedback from the last Splatfest, they're like, hey, we're going to fix this, but for the time being, we're just going to make it so they're less frequent until, like, the December update.
Yes.
And apparently they were very less frequent, because
Correct.
a lot of people didn't get to do any.
So, the only thing I got when doing, because you can only get those when you're doing the, what was it, the Anarchy battles?
So the tricolor battles, it's only after halftime.
Yes.
And it's only specifically for the two losing teams can queue to go win it. The winning team just gets put into it randomly.
Gotcha. Because when I was doing it, I was getting placed randomly in 10 times bonus matches, which was cool.
Yeah.
And getting, like, there was, like, the other conch shells you could get.
You mean like the blue, like the sea snails?
I guess so. Is that what they were?
That's what you get at the end of the Splatfest. The sea snails.
Well, let me see. Hold on. Why can I spell?
And they kind of look like shells. I accidentally always call them blue shells.
Oh, the festival shells. I was getting festival shells.
Oh, yes. I forgot about those. Yeah.
And I didn't know what the fuck they were.
You get those for winning the 10-time battles.
Yes.
They don't really do much, except make it so you have a better chance of getting 100 times battle.
Oh, okay.
And then, apparently, if both teams have a high chance of getting 100 times battle, you can get a chance for, like, a 3-3-3 battle.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Which I didn't get. I don't think I got 100 or a 3-3-3. I think I got, like, 3 10s, and that was that.
Yeah, I got, like, 3 10s in a row, and then, like, that was it, and I had to leave, so I couldn't, like, try anymore. But yeah, I was trying to do a tricolor battle, but I didn't get anywhere with it.
I do 2 as, like, the defender, because I was Team Fun. And they were okay. Like, I can obviously see, like, they need some adjusting. Like, they're not quite where they need to be. The way they work is so you have 4 defenders. So there's 4 people from Team Fun, and then there's 2 from Team Gear and 2 from Team Grub. And so they gotta fight to kind of get the most paint sprayed on the map. And then, but there's 2, like, missile things you can get, and then if the defenders have to try to stop the attacking teams from getting them. If they get them, then it will put, like, a paint sprayer down on the map that will help them out.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like, I had a good time with it. It definitely feels like it's lopsided. Like, it wasn't a battle where I felt like I could win. Like, it just felt like a battle where I could maybe not get last.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, trying to defend. Like, it just seemed like one team... The first one I got, Team Gear, got both of the missiles, and we were just fucked. Like, it was just over. The second team, one of each team got one, and then we ended up coming in second.
Okay.
And because Team Grub just got, like, railed. Like, they were just nothing could save them at that point. And we just kind of, like, built it from there. I like the idea as a concept. Like, I would like to see it, like, built upon. but I just don't quite think it's there yet. So I'm interested to see what they'll come up with for the December one.
Yeah.
Because it just needs to feel a little bit more balanced, I think, and I just don't think it's quite there yet. There's, I mean, as well polished as this game is, you can see that there is a few weird polishing issues that it's like they need to be tweaked, but it's also probably one of those things like I don't think it's like a development time issue. I think it's just kind of like we need real world data, like to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because there's some weird things like that in Salmon Run too, where you're just like, oh, this doesn't really seem like it was played by a lot of people who weren't that familiar with the game. But I'll talk about Salmon Run in a bit because we're still talking about the Splatfest. But the Splatfest was a great time. Like, there's, you can always tell, like, it's especially the first Splatfest. I feel like in Splatoon, like, there's just so much energy from everyone playing because it's like brand new, and there's tons of people playing it all the time, and just lots of. I love. I'm like, rest in peace, Miiverse, but I do like this game. Just kind of makes me miss it.
Oh
Even
yeah,
still.
100%.
Because you have people doing all these like great drawings and things, and obviously everyone's out there like really supporting like their team. I mean, it really does have like an actual sport kind of feeling to it, even though it's it's not. But
Yeah.
it's a good time. I didn't really, I mean, connection issues aside, I really didn't have a terrible time with like the matchmaking. I don't think during this, although we kind of talked about it before the episode, and it didn't seem super obvious to me, and I found out while I was playing. But like if you were doing Splatfest and you were like in the open battles, that's where like teams can compete. So like friends teams or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're playing on pro, that's actually for the people who are just playing as like single players without their friends on their team. So there isn't that competitive advantage. It's kind of backwards because if you're playing by yourself, that is the better way to play because you're not going to get stuck against a team of. When I was playing an open, I would very occasionally get stuck against a very clear team of four that are playing together, and you'd be like, "Oh, these people are definitely, people who know each other. They're playing competitively. They're talking to each other," and
Yeah.
we just got destroyed. So there's a big difference because a team of four is going to wreck a team of singles any day, unless they're a really bad team. Then but I don't know. I had a great time with it. I always love the Splatfest. I think they're fun. I think they need for the next Splatfest they need to do something that's not as polarizing. So you're going to something that's going to distribute a little bit better.
Yeah.
Than one clear, obvious winner. Because I had a friend that I was playing with her. And she was like, "Why?" She's like, "Do you want to play together?" And I was like, "Yeah, we could play Splatfest." She's like, "What team are you?" I'm like, "Oh, Team Fun." She's like, "You're gonna get wrecked." It's like you got to be Team Gear, and I'm like, "Well, I'm not." So you either got to be Team Gear or Team Fun, or we got to play at Salmon Run because that's just not gonna fly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts on Splatoon, just in
Uh,
general, since
oh,
you got to play some more?
I was gonna say I did notice actually matchmaking issues during the Splatfest. I guess, well, not issues, but like it did take longer. I guess because you can only play your specific um crew or
Yeah.
like one you're a
Mm-hmm.
fan of.
Yeah, because you can match with the same people and against another team of other people.
But no, I mean I'm still really enjoying it. It's still really fun. I'm still having some online issues where we'll just randomly be disconnected, or I'll kick you out of a game and like that fun stuff. But for the most part, it's still relatively been an okay, like or a good experience rather. Um, I did notice some people complaining about like people like spawn camping the your like the enemy base, and I'm like
Mm-hmm.
that's just it's just gonna happen if you get that kind of competitive game. But
Did we find Brandon?
Yeah, dude, I had something come up. I'm so sorry.
you're good.
Yeah, there we go.
You're
We
good.
just
We were
talked
just
about
running.
Splatoon.
Okay, cool.
I haven't tried Salmon Run yet. I really want to.
Yeah, no, I'm addicted to Salmon Run. Like that has been like my major time sink lately.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what level are you?
On Salmon Run?
Just in general.
I think I'm level 28.
I was gonna say I'm like level 20, and then my gear level or whatever is like level like 30 something.
Your gear level.
Yeah, you know how you have like 2 levels? Or your
Oh, you
catalog,
mean your
rather?
catalog?
Yeah. I also could not find my locker for the life of me, and
It
actually
took
had to
me a
look up a
week.
video. Like, I was like, where the fuck are these lockers? And then I looked up a video. I was like, oh, it's right here, you dingus. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, you
cool.
couldn't be any closer. It
Yeah.
was like it's
Like,
literally it's right
right in
next.
front of me the whole time.
Yeah, that's
And,
like there's
yeah.
a wall with lockers behind it. Where could my locker be? I looked all around that fucking
Yeah.
city. I was like, where is it? I'm like,
But
nope,
it
it's
like
right in the lobby.
it's opaque until you discover it, and then it's see through. I'm like, why was it not see through from the jump?
Oh,
But
it's not it's opaque until you see it, like until you
until you
go in.
discover it, yes, that's why I was like, oh, that's just like a wall.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's just a wall. So I Googled, I was like, what the fuck? And it's like a walk to the doors. I was like, oh, that's supposed to be sliding doors. Gotcha.
No, I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Yeah, no, that's wild.
Um. So like that made me laugh, but this was actually, I think, besides like the first Splatoon, because I bought Splatoon 2, but surprise surprise didn't play much of it until, because like I think when it first came out, I played like online like a little bit, and then something else got my attention. So like this was like the first time I've actually participated fully in a Splatfest,
Mhm.
and like it was really cool, and I like it actually felt like there was like things going on, like an actual in-game event.
Oh yeah,
Um, the music that they had for the Splatfest for the levels, holy shit, that's the best track in this game.
yeah. The Splatfest, the music's on point. The other
Yeah,
thing I really like too, and it's like because it fucks with you, is like the stages are all at night.
yeah, I love that.
So,
Yeah, I love
and
that.
I would go to a stage I played like a million times and be like, where am I?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like it's the same stage, but it's just enough to disorient you, and you're like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, I got where I am now, but like it gives a nice vibe to it. I guess in Splatoon 2, and I'm the same boat as you. Like Splatoon 2, I just did not put as much time into. I guess like eventually, like some of the stages did like some really cool stuff where they would be like disco kind of like events or whatever.
yeah.
So
I think there
I'm
was like
sure
a
they'll keep
Halloween
doing it.
one last year too, or not last year, but there was a Halloween one for Splatoon 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I mean, I've fallen into the Brandon time slip on this game.
yeah,
Um, I've been it's just kind of like the right game at the right time because I don't have school right now. I took my board, so I'm not studying. So I'm just like, oh, I have all this abundance of free time right now while I wait to work. So I'm like, wow, I'll just get sucked into Splatoon 2 or
yeah.
3.
Right.
Uh, yeah. So it's been a really good time, and like I said, Salmon Run has been the thing that's kind of been taking my time away. I think you would like it. Like I don't
Yeah,
know if you like horde stuff.
I do.
Um,
Yeah, I do.
because it's nice because you get into a map. There's 3 different stages, and then like all these bosses come out, and then as you go through, um, as you play different rounds, eventually, if you build up enough of a meter, like the king, Salmonid will come out. Like Koa Azul, I think is what it is,
Yeah,
and he's super difficult to beat. But the rewards for him seem random. Like if you win or lose. Like I've definitely gotten really good rewards for losing and really good rewards for or really shitty rewards for winning. So it can go both ways. It just kind of seems like it's just random what you get. But it's a lot of fun. I had a really good time with it. The one thing that's kind of like because every couple days it's I think it's like a day and a half. But like it doesn't run for a full 2 days. The
uh huh.
like the stage will switch and then like the gear will get switched up. And like
Yes.
you'll notice there's this like really sharp like learning curve because people will get weapons. Like me with this last one had a roller, and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking use a roller.
Yeah.
Never used a roller before. And you'll see, like, you'll just get wiped as a team. And you'll be like, oopsies. And then, like, as you get used to
Yeah.
the weapons, you'll be like, okay, I got this now. We're good. So it's fun. It's funny, too, because I friend, and I'm sure you guys have friends that are like this, too. Like, when I played with her the other day, when we were talking about the Splatfest, and I was like, oh, we could play Salmon Run. And she's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, I'm a really high level, and it's
Oh.
really
Oh.
it's gonna be really hard for you. And I was like, oh, what level are you? And I'm like, I'm professional +1 right now. And she's like, oh, you're a higher level than I am. Well,
He
Rip.
talks all this shit and then was like, "Oop,
yeah.
sorry, bestie."
Damn, bro. Couldn't
Um,
be me.
So, but it's I'm really into it. And I guess too, like, because I think we talked about it. I didn't watch the Splatoon like direct that they did, so I missed this. But I guess it had come up during like some of the what's it called when like the hackers look into the files of the game. I can't think of the word right now.
I don't remember.
Okay,
I really want to play this game. You guys are.
Anyways, so they looked at the
at
files
this
of the
point.
game and they found this mode, and I guess they talked about it in the direct too. It's called Big Run, I guess.
Okay.
And basically what it is they take the salmon run like concept and they apply it to like the normal maps.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like the normal maps that you're battling in, and just do the salmon runs there. It's a mode called Big Run. They talked about it in the direct, but I guess there's files for it that they saw while they were looking through it too. So it's something that's definitely coming, obviously. But it sounds really interesting. So I was like, oh, that'll be neat to play through these maps with like the salmon, like enemies and stuff on them.
Yeah.
Because some of the maps are just so superbly well built. Like I really enjoy them. So I love Salmon Run. It's so much fun. And apparently too, they also found that there's data in there. Oh, data mine. That's what the word I'm looking for. There's data in there too for like additional Salmon Run modes. Like one is called Pair, which sounds like it might just be like a 2-person version of Salmon Run. One of them is called Underground, which might just be like a different area. They said there's even like a different like point system. There's one more too. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. There's 3 different modes that they found. But it sounds like that might be an area where they're planning on putting a lot of extra content worth.
Okay.
They also found that the table turf battles are going to have online play. I guess the foundation's already there. And it looks like if you're in the lobby and you go up to the second floor, like there's table turf battles there, like tables.
Mm-hmm.
Table turf battle tables.
Yes.
On the second floor of the lobby. So it looks like that's something they were planning on doing from the get-go. So it's pretty nice that those are there. Like it's a fun. I liked it. Did you play it yet, Nick?
No.
Okay. Those are fun too.
I was too busy trying to do all the stuff for the Splatfest.
There's so much shit in this game. There's so much shit. Like I don't feel like I'm ever bored. Like, and if I get sick of something, like I'm like fuck Salmon Run. I'm so pissed at my team, because sometimes you'll run into shit where like you're playing with a team that it's just they're fucking idiots, and you're just like I can't. I'm like I just gotta play something else right now.
Yeah.
But there's always something else to play. And I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like the fact that I'm so sucked into this game is so weird, because it's like the antithesis of games that I play.
I was gonna say you're not a very big multiplayer person.
You're also not a competitive person, and
I'm not a big competitive person.
Splatoon is like one of the only competitive games on Nintendo. Really.
And I'm not a big
other than like Smash Brothers, obviously.
And I'm sure we could like go back through all the episodes. Like you said many times that you hate squids.
I hate squids
all the time.
I hate squids. Yeah,
like, fuck
that's why I'm an
squids.
Octoling.
Idiots.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hate them.
Yeah, but yeah, lots of squid hate. But there is there's just so much, and I'm so like fucking sucked into it. Like it's just it's crazy.
Okay.
You're gonna love it, Brandon, when you get to play it. At the rate I'm going, I'll still be playing it whenever you get it, even if it's like I looked earlier.
All right, give me the modes. Give me the rundown.
Give you the modes.
Yeah. Give me because you said there's so much stuff to do. Tell me what much stuff to do there is.
Okay, so you have your turf battles, obviously, bread and butter Splatoon. Yeah. You have your anarchy battles. Those are the kind of like specialized rank battles, and those fall into 4 different categories. So you have Raidmaker, which is where you kind of get this special weapon called the Raidmaker. You have to bring it to the enemy's base. You have Clam Blitz, which is you have to go collect these clams on the map, and once you get 10, they turn into, or 8, I think. They turn into like this football, and then you launch it into like a goal in the enemy's base. Okay. You have, what are the other ones called, Nick? We talked about it last week. I can't think of, like they're the 2 King of the Hill ones. One where it moves.
It's not called King of the Hill, but it basically is King of the Hill.
Yeah,
where you capture a base or platform rather that's moving through the level, and you have to either move it to your opponent's side or they move it to your side first, and whoever moves it first to the other side wins. Yeah. And it's the battle of trying to take control of it.
And the final one is the actual King of the Hill one, where it's like it's a set area in the middle of the map, and just whoever has the in control of it gets the points.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have those. Those are your anarchy battles.
Okay.
You have the table turf battle, which is the card-based Splatoon game, where you get cards that are like grid-based colors of your square, and then you have to try to get the most grids of your color. You have Salmon Run,
Okay,
which is your horde mode. So I think those are the big things, right? Like I got all the big ones there.
Yeah, the tabletop, the anarchy modes, the regular battle modes. Yeah, those would be all the big ones.
Yeah. And obviously you have your Splatfest, which are, kind of like their own different beasts.
okay.
And then all the maps shuffle up I think it's like what, every hour for Turf War and Anarchy.
Yeah.
And then every few hours, like it's like a day and a half for Salmon Run. And then obviously, like I said, there's obviously footwork in there. They're going to be adding more stuff in. Like we know, and we saw with Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1 that obviously this is a game that they're going to invest a lot of time into making sure there's regular updates for. So, as I said, I mean, I feel like there's a lot to do.
It definitely sounds like it. And you were saying you're ranked what?
You're 28, right? I'm 20. Or no,
Yeah,
you're
28.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
wait. So you're level then, or like what? Wait, hold on.
Well, so for the anarchy battles, you actually have like a rank. It's like a rank system.
Okay.
And then you have your actual character level, and then a catalog level.
Yeah. And then there's a level in Salmon Run too.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was gonna say, you said something earlier about you not the person thinking you wouldn't be high enough to play with them or something.
Yeah, that was in Salmon Run. So
okay, what are the Salmon Run ranks then?
So let me see. I actually have it pulled up on my phone, so I can actually tell you what they are. Because I was looking at them the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, here it is. So the first one's the intern, and that's like your introductory level.
Okay.
And that's just what you are in the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
There's apprentice. That's what you start out with. Part timer, go getter, overachiever, and then you have
now.
Then you have your
professional part timer, professional 1, 2, 3, and then executive VP. Ha 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 ha. And you're professional 2, right?
Yes.
Nice. So you're the second highest rank, third highest, I guess.
But a lot of it, like, there's a bit of, you'll see if you ever play it too. Like, depending on the modes, like, you'll have some ebb and flow with your ranks because you can rank down.
Yeah.
So if you go into like with this new one, it was like I started out as like professional +1 going into the new rotation, and then I got totally beat down. Okay. I think I actually I think I deranked. I don't think I went back down to overachiever. I think it was just professional, and then I ranked up to professional +2. So it's as people start to get used to the weapons, then you notice that like your teammates start to get better again, and then you're like,
so are there timings for Salmon Run again? And if so, what are the timings?
What do you mean by timings?
When you can and can't play it? Because I remember that was like on a
clock. No,
that was Splatoon 2. This one is all time, anytime.
That's fantastic. Because I remember one of the biggest problems I had with Splatoon 2 was I'm awake at night.
Yeah.
And there were no games for like the times I was awake during. you know?
Yeah. This is like one of those things, like, I'll get sucked into, like I said, the Brandon time warp. And the next thing I know, it'll be like 4 a.m. and I'll be like, just one more battle. I just want to fight the Kali Duel one more time. And so it's nice. And the other thing, too, because the Salmon Run, because like it does the weapon rotations, it is kind of nice that the maps go for like a day and a half. So at least it gives enough time for people to get used to them before they switch. So you do have time to get like ranked up or whatever.
Okay.
So it does have a pretty nice system with it, I would say. Like I said, I've been having a really good time with it. The only thing so we were talking about some weird like balance issues in Salmon Run, like in the game. Nothing major, just kind of the stuff that they probably wouldn't have noticed during like development until you like unleash it on the public. But there is one. So in Salmon Run, there's a couple different things that happen stage to stage.
Okay.
So one of them is the water level will change. So you have like high tide, low tide, and then just kind of like, I don't know, the middle. If it's high tide, then the water's like as high up as it is, and you're playing on the highest platforms that you can. If it's low tide, then the water's down as low as it can, and the action is probably going to be taking place on the beach. So you have those things going on. The other thing that can happen is there will be like special events that can happen on any given like stage as well. So they're usually, I'm trying to think. Like one of them is called like mud mouths. Like they're these weird kind of blob things that pop up, and then you have to throw bombs in their mouth, and they just kind of, they'll have enemies spawning out of their mouths, but you got to throw bombs in and blow them up, and then you get your eggs to take the basket. That's one of them. Another one is called, I think it's called like Goldie Rush.
Okay.
But there's enemy that will pop out of these little like spigots, and you have to kind of figure out which spigot it's in, and then let your team know, and then you guys just all hunt it down and get golden eggs from it, and then it will hide, and you do it again.
Okay.
There's one that's these grillers will come out, and there's these grill bosses, and they look like grills. And you have to shoot it from like a certain like angle, and then it will blow up, and then you can get your eggs that way. But the last one is like the most vicious of them all. It's like, it's horrific. And every time it comes up, I think it's got like, at least from my experience, it's got like a 95% failure rate. It's horrific. So it's called like gold flies, I think is what it is. Gold flies? That sounds right in my head right now. But basically what it is one player will get these gold flies attached to them, and then these just massive rush of enemies will just come blitzing at whichever player has them. And the problem is, depending on the map, you want to go to a certain area, or at least be close to the certain area. Otherwise, you're going to get rushed and killed. You ideally want all your team like kind of trying to pinch off the rush where it is. But the problem is, a lot of times people think that they have a better idea of how to do it than general consensus. And so like you'll get teammates that will kind of like run off and try to like run away and do their own thing, and then they're going to get killed. And then you can't go and save them because they're so far away from everything else. Because if you try and go kill them or save them, you're going to get killed. And it just devolves into a mess every single time I've had it happen. It's incredibly satisfying when you can actually like succeed and do it, because it's such a rare thing. Like I actually almost feel like you have a better chance of killing the king salmonid than you do actually surviving these goldie flies, because they're just like a horrific experience. I had one match too, I guess it wasn't one, where it was like back to back. Like we've had it in the first wave and lost, and then I went back in, and there was the first wave again, and we lost. It was the same team, and how we all just didn't rage quit right there, I don't know. But yeah, no, they're bad, and they need to get tweaked, and I'm sure they will, because they have to see that it just is kind of like a death sentence. And it wouldn't be bad if it was like in the third wave, because you gain points and lose points in like a certain way. So it's like if you lose in the first wave, you lose 20 points. If you lose in the second wave, you lose 10. If you lose in the third wave, you lose nothing. So that would be the ideal place to have like the gold flies, because it's like, well, if you lose and get fucked, then whatever. Not a big deal. Just a random place for it to be. And then if you win, you get 20 points. So it's, if you lose in the first wave though, it's like you'll lose 20 points. And so in that instance where I had the same team and we got wiped twice in a row, that was 40 points right off the bat, and then I leveled down. Like it would have been, you're usually hovering in the middle, so it'd be like,
sounds good.
Yeah. No, but there's a lot going on. I love it, and I'm excited to see what they do. And there's different rewards every day too. Like your items get shuffled around. I've noticed that like the new day is at 8 p.m. I don't know why it took me a week to realize it, but
yeah, because it's 5 p.m. like what, PST?
Yeah. So that's when all like the new weapons come out. You get another chance at like the gacha thing for like 5,000 coins, so you don't have to spend like big bucks to do it.
Okay.
And then when like the
gacha thing takes in-game currency, right?
Yes.
Yes. It's not
okay,
like
just checking. Because you say gacha, I'm like, oh god. So that's what I was checking.
Yeah, no, it's in-game currency, and during the Splatfest, you could use your conch shells that you earned in the machine as well. So, and you get random things in there. It's like either like stickers or like drink tickets or different things like that. So it's like a fun little thing. It's not like you need anything out of it.
Yeah, it's just customization stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too with this game. And I don't think we really talked about it. Like, I've not seen like 2 matching Squid people at all. Like,
I lied. I have, but my friends dressed their characters that way.
They purposely did it.
They did deliberately,
yes.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's going to happen on like, there's so much customization available to this game. It's incredible.
Really? Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah. And a lot of it's earned through like rewards, like playing the game, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or like whatever pops up during like
the server resets, refreshes.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And like we talked about too, there's the app, and the app has like the store where you can get like some gear that way too.
Okay.
As you unlock your catalog, random things will become available as like gifts for you. There's tons of things in the gacha machine. So yeah, you can get just like, there are no 2 of the same Squid Octoling people. It's incredible.
All right then.
So
nice.
Yeah, it's just, this game just like beams personality, like exudes it, like like all around, like just the characters, the squids, like the different modes. There's just so much personality like there. Like I said, this is an exemplary game. Like it's just there's, I don't know. Like I said, I'm addicted. That's what I said last week. I'm still there. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not beating I'm sucked into the Brandon time stream. This is this game is like now in like my top 5 like Switch games played like of all time at the moment. I think is where it is. So not even of this year.
It's
just
very good.
Of all time. Yeah. And that's only 2 weeks in.
I did post, I don't know if you saw in the general chat, there's a art board that basically takes all of these Miiverse post style art from the game and you just scroll through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just all art that was from people posting it in the game.
Yeah, and there's so much like awesome stuff in there. I was looking at it right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not that talented. But yeah, no, I don't have anything bad to say about Splatoon. I mean, I guess the only like criticism I have is I wish like they would fix whatever weird connection thing they have going on.
I see.
But I think some of that's just kind of the new user overload that you're going to have to some degree. But it's not that bad. I do have one weird one though that boots me out of the game. I don't know if you've had that happen yet, Nick.
No, I haven't had that.
Every once in a while I'll get like a connection issue and it'll be like, this game needs to be closed.
No, I haven't had that.
It's rare. I've had it happen maybe like 3 times. It's not like it hard freezes the system or anything. It's just like the game needs to be closed. I'm like, okay, and then I just boot it up and go right back in. Like nothing crazy. But yeah, I mean, otherwise everything seems to be working well. I've not seen any like crazy lag issues or anything like that. So I've had like a really smooth experience.
Okay, nice.
And like I said, it's only going to get better.
So was that your talk of Splatoon 3? And did you guys have anything else to say about that?
I don't think there's any. I don't know. I don't have it.
I think Nick was also talking about Splatoon 3. Also,
well, so me and him were just kind of going back and forth about the Splatfest and whatnot. I'm probably gonna try and play through the campaign this week because I do want to play it.
Oh, you're actually gonna try it?
Yeah. But we'll see.
I did finish that final map, the final stage. I think I told you guys about it last week.
Huh?
It's heinous.
How long was the campaign?
Maybe like an hour or 2. Nothing long.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a bunch of challenge maps.
Doable.
Yeah, it's fun. Gotcha. It's just kind of these challenge maps. You can hop in and out. Like it's got a little bit of a story, but it's kind of seen more. It's kind of, I don't know how to put it. Almost like Metroid Prime, where like a lot of the stories through like the stuff you collect, as opposed to like anything the game tells you. Aside from the final boss, but there is. So after you beat the campaign, there's one final stage, and it's like a challenge stage, kind of like you would get at the end of like the Mario games, like Mario Odyssey, Mario Super, like the Crown
that sort
kind
of
of
thing.
like
Yeah, I got you.
I told you guys, like, I looked at it last week and I didn't want to start it because I'm like, even like the run throughs I've seen that are edited on YouTube, it's like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I don't have time for this for one stage. So I decided to do it and commit to it. It took me like 3 hours. It's fucking horrific. So if you're gonna play it, I don't recommend it. The only thing you get out of it is a new title and a badge. And of course I'm using the title now because I'm just like, yeah, fuck this game. I got this title, I'm gonna use it.
Of course.
But yeah. So whenever I see someone with the title that's like, I think it's like world champ or something, I'm just like, yeah, I got you. Like I know what you went through. So, but yeah, otherwise the campaign's fun, I would say. So,
okay.
Yeah, report back.
All right. Can I talk about something I played then?
I did want to mention something briefly to you, Brandon.
Yes.
I have something coming in the mail tomorrow.
What's that?
My Steam Deck.
Hey, nice.
So I'll be able to talk about that with you next week.
Oh my goodness! Well, next week I'll have my Steam Deck thing that I ordered today, which is a dock. Yes.
Oh, I just asked about that.
So
they do not have them. You have to buy them from some third parties, and I bought a third party one that many people had reviewed and looked rather good. It has 3 USB ports, 3.0 in the back. It has a HDMI in the back. It can do 1080p 60 or 1440p 60 or 4K 30. And it has a little plug into the back of the dock that allows you to plug your charger from your Steam Deck into it, so it's constantly charging the Steam Deck, so you won't run out of battery while it's docked.
Oh, good.
It's very nice. It was like $50.
I was surprised though how quickly
reasonable.
the deck came. I pre-ordered it July 30th. I just checked it. Pre-ordered it July 30th. I got an email on Thursday, the 22nd, that I was able to purchase it. It shipped yesterday. It will be here tomorrow.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. We can all talk. You and me can both talk about the Steam Deck then.
Correct.
I haven't used mine in a while because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. But and I had COVID, so there's that.
Yeah, that happens.
But yeah. Steam Deck's awesome. I can't wait to actually just be able to use it on a TV next week, so I can share my experience with that as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that. I want to talk about Gundam. Gundam.
Oh, yeah, Gundam Evolution.
Yeah, Gundam Evolution released. It is a free-to-play hero shooter, a lot like Overwatch, but it's a game based around Gundam. I played it the first day it released. It was fucking excellent. It was one of the best Overwatch clones that I've ever played, to the point where it might have even been better than Overwatch itself.
Wow.
It had that feeling of original Overwatch when it first launched, before you had like goats and all these other shitty fucking comps where it's like, if you don't play this comp, you don't win. It had that feeling, and it was like, damn, this is a really good game. And then September 25th happened. September 25th, the game went down for maintenance. And when it came back up, they had introduced the paid currency system. Coincidentally, this launched right after they did a tournament on Twitch, where they didn't tell anyone about this paid currency system. Along with this paid currency system launched 5 new mech suits. Can you guess where this is going, Nick?
Pay to win.
This game is now pay to win. It's simple as that. And it is very, very egregious. There are 3 best-in-class suit types, all tied to paying money for them. So you can earn these, technically. But I'm going to explain how it works. If you play something like a game called Valorant, or a game called League of Legends, or any of those kind of games, you also have to earn the heroes. And you can earn them by playing the game, right? Right? That's easy. Just play the damn game, whatever. If you play this game, you don't earn currency. You don't earn anything. It just goes towards... Yeah, it just goes towards your battle pass. Your battle pass that has the premium currency inside of it twice for free-to-play players.
Wow.
That currency adds up to 2,000. if you finish the whole battle pass. Technically, you can unlock it at level 58, but the battle pass ends at level 60, so why not just finish the whole thing? So, if you finish the whole battle pass, you get 2,000 of the freemium currency to unlock mechs with.
Okay.
How much do you think it costs to unlock a mech?
$3.
Yeah.
No. With the premium currency. I just said, if you get through the entire battle pass, you get 2,000 of the premium currency. How much of that do you think it costs to unlock?
I'm gonna say
single
10,000.
Yeah, I was going for 10,000.
Well, okay, all right. Well, that's a little bit too much. First of all, let's take a step back. It costs 1,990, leaving you with 10 of the premium currency left behind to unlock a single of the 5 mechs.
Well, at least they let you get one.
Yeah, at least you got some change.
A little bit. Once you've unlocked one, it then takes you another month to unlock a second one. And let me explain how. They have these quests called beginner quest, which the beginner quests are like things like heal so much with such and such character, get so many kills, get so many crit hits. You know, the usual kind of thing that you get. And those beginner missions give you 50 of the premium currency. Each tier of the beginner missions, which there are 8 tiers, gives you 400 premium currency. So that gives you the ability to get one more mech at least. Now I know what you're saying. Why would it take you a month to go through 8 tiers? That sounds like really, really easy stuff. Well, there's a final part of every individual tier that is daily logins.
Of course.
But I know what you're also saying. Okay, well, why does it matter? That should be 8 days instead of a month. It takes way more than 8 days to make a month. Let me explain. Day 1, log in for 1 day. Day 2, you're at 0 again. Log in for 2 days. You gotta log in 2 days. Now you're at day 3. Day 3, you're set back to 0 again. Log into this for 3 days. Gotta reset it all over again once you're at that. 6 days in now. Log in for 4 days. That's reset back to 0. Now you're at fucking 12 days. Log in for, so on and so forth. So basically, every time you have your login, once you've completed the login for so many number of days in a row, it doesn't count your next day. It resets you back to 0. And you have to get 4 days in a row again. Then it resets you to 0. And you have to get 5 days in a row again. Then it resets you to 0. And you have to get 6 days in a row again. So going off that, it'll take about a month to a month and a half to actually unlock a second character that way. Now, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're probably saying, okay, well, that's 2 characters. So you can at least somewhat be competitive. The Battle Pass lasts 60 days. That's almost half of the Battle Pass already. That's almost half of a season. So for half of a season, if you're not paying out money, you can't be competitive because you don't have as many choices as someone that paid money for it does. And since this game relies a lot on Overwatch tactics where you have to swap in and out of characters to counter other characters, you're going to see things like, we need a melee Zaku. Someone go melee Zaku. Sometimes you're going to see people in the chat in your team say, I didn't buy it. Yeah, me neither. And then what you're going to see next is, well, we lost. And that's it. That's the end of the story. It's over. You've lost. You've already lost before the game has even began. So that happens. That literally happens. And I'll give you a few examples of why they are the strongest. Melee Zaku has an ability that allows them to, for 2 to 3 seconds, take 0 damage. So they could be about to get stunned, which would open them up for a big damage hit so that you could kill them easily. But if they press that win button, they go into blue mode and your stun doesn't count on them. And that gives them a second because now you're stunned and they'll kill you and it's over. And they can do that, I believe it's every 10 seconds. So they win.
Cool.
They win.
Lovely.
They have a win button. That's all there is to it. Now I know what you're also saying. Well, this game is free to play, so it probably has dailies and weeklies. It does. But it only awards you Battle Pass currency. which is a totally different kind of currency that you also have to get to level up your battle pass, where the other premium currency is locked away in. So, yeah. But also, if you haven't bought the battle pass, you miss out on 3 abilities to get battle pass currency every week, and 1 ability to get battle pass currency every day. So if you couple all these things together, there's a reason why it has mixed reviews already on Steam, and it's very close to getting mostly negative reviews on Steam. They ruined what was a fantastic game in 2 days due to greed. And they're going to kill what was a fantastic game in 1 season due to greed. I'm not even sure if this will make it to consoles because of how shitty it is performing due to its monetization system.
Very good.
There is a few other things that are very, very bad about it. Their servers are absolute dog shit. I mean, incredibly bad. How bad are the servers, you ask? Well, let me tell you. If their servers crash, you get a lever penalty, even in casual matches.
No.
A lever penalty is 5 minutes. It used to be 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, an hour, 2, 5, 7, an entire 24 hours, but they had to do an emergency maintenance to remove that because they realized their servers were so shit that they were fucking themselves over by killing their own player base due to their own lever penalties. Yeah, that sucks. So here's a really cool thing that happened to me. I booted the game, I logged in, I got to the menu screen, didn't even start a match yet, and the game crashed because of their servers. I booted the game, I logged in, you have a 5-minute penalty for leaving. I wasn't even in a fucking game. I was in the main menu. So yeah.
You shouldn't have left the menu without playing a game, Brandon.
Damn,
Yeah.
You're right, man. You're right.
Being so fucking, what's the word?
I don't know. Entitled? Is that the word you're looking for?
No. Salty, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, salty, sure.
Quitting out, so yeah.
Yeah, I quit out of the menu. I just started the game and I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit. And last but not least, their chat censoring is so bad that even if part of a swear word is in the word that's written before it and there's a space in between it, it's censored. So simple words like hello is censored in the chat because of how sensitive the censor is. You could literally write AFK and it censors AFK because FK fuck. Literally, it is impossible to write in the chat without being censored. You have to decipher it like you're reading a redacted like message or something when someone writes in the chat. It's impossible to communicate in the text chat. So when you couple all those things together, it really just destroys the entire game. And I actually wrote a review for it after 20 hours of playing this game, where it's like a few things that they could do that would easily fix everything. Let dailies and weeklies reward capital. You did that. It's no longer a finite amount because also after those beginner challenges in, you never get beginner challenges again. So you literally can't get any more capital once you're done. It's just over. Give us money now. You can't even earn mechs after that or suits after that. So that's a bad thing. Have a rotation like other games do where you have like 2 characters that are paid characters a week that free to play players can use. If you did that, that would at least be a number of counters that everyone could use when playing competitively, which this game is competitive because they already made an esports scene for it and they're marketing it in Japan as an esports title. And they also marketed it as an esports title when they did the Twitch stream for it. There's like Gundams that really need to be reworked because some of them, like headshots, just outright destroy them. And if you know the lore of a lot of Gundam stuff, a lot of pilots are not located in the head of a Gundam. So blowing the head off of a Gundam doesn't do anything to it. Now, some Gundams it does. This is obviously me being a real stickler and everything, but like a lot of other people have felt the same way because like it just doesn't make any sense. If you have these specifically designed big honking Gundams that are designed to look as close to the original thing as possible, then maybe you should also go off the original autonomy of the mobile suit as well, which would make it so people have to at least know some kind of lore, and that would tie it more into the Gundam thing itself.
That's a good idea.
And I think that would be a really cool idea, and also be a way to kind of push people into the fandom or checking out the series and learning more about the series as a whole, which then in return would bring more money into the Gundam franchise just by having this game in existence and having that sort of thing there. I think that's a really cool idea. That would be a really neat idea. That's what I said in my review. I also said remove your fucking lever penalty because your servers aren't good enough to have one right now. So
that's fair.
Yeah, so it's just get better servers, rework some of the Gundams, because from a lore standpoint, headshots don't make a lot of sense for some of these. Remove the lever penalty. Your servers currently aren't stable enough to work with it the way it is. Have a weekly rotation of at least 2 paid suits for free-to-play players. This will encourage people to purchase other suits by allowing them to try them out, as currently there is no way to try out suits before you buy them. And another way this can be fixed is just by unlocking the suits for casual or practice play, so people can have their bearings and decide if they want to purchase that suit, or decide if they want to work towards getting that suit through the freemium currency. And then to fix their chat. If they do that sort of thing in a timely manner, this is a really good game. It's a really good game gameplay wise. It works very well. It's a lot of fun, and it's really cool. And I know Overwatch 2 launches next week. But Overwatch 2 is making a few choices themselves that I don't agree with. And I think a lot of other people aren't going to agree with. That's going to very much so even make Overwatch 2, since pay to win as well. Because I don't know if you've looked into it, Nick. Have you seen it or anything?
I mean, I know that unless you have played the original Overwatch, which is only available at this point until Sunday, you would have to grind out the original cast of characters with a fresh account for Overwatch 2.
When you say grind out, what do you mean?
Like if you have a brand new Battle.net account, right, and you go to play Overwatch 2 and you haven't played Overwatch 1 on that account.
I don't think is that true? I have not seen that at all.
Yes, it is. You do not have instant access to the full cast of Overwatch 1 characters right away. You either have to grind them out or spend $10 to get them. And then every other character that's for the game is also locked behind a battle pass. So, yeah. Also, something else I forgot to mention about Overwatch. My friends who actively play it still, my one friend never opens his loot boxes for some reason. And since loot boxes are going away in Overwatch 2, he logged in the other day and all 100 and something of his loot boxes were all automatically open. He was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. Okay, well, my thing that I was talking about with it being pay to win is all new heroes are locked to Battle Pass.
Yeah.
So that's bad.
That is bad.
Granted, you can unlock it in the free-to-play Battle Pass, but you have to grind out to unlock new heroes. So why would you want to play competitively if you did not have the new heroes that possibly in the competitive role could play a huge part in it? And as such, I feel like that's really bad. So if they were to make a choice with Gundam Evolution that fixes the problems they currently have, since I know Blizzard isn't going to because of their greed, I think they could catch the players jumping ship from Overwatch 2 quickly, because I foresee Overwatch 2 dropping quickly. They could catch those players and bring them into this Gundam Evolution game. They could also bring them into the franchise as a whole and make more money, which is what they want to make. But they're only looking at it from the short term and being incredibly greedy right now and stupid, instead of looking at it from a long term and making a lot of money and being smart. And that's the issue at hand right now, personally. That's what I think, at least. That's how I would handle it, because I definitely see this thing being dead in a matter of weeks, if not months. Months, if not weeks, that's what I meant to say. But you know what I mean.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So, is that all we've been playing?
No, I also played Modern Warfare 2. All of it. I finished the entire like free battle pass thing they had during the beta alpha thing. So that was cool. There was some other modes that I played with friends this week that were very different from the ones that I played before. And I've come to the conclusion that Call of Duty sucks as a Call of Duty game. That is the conclusion I have come to. However, Call of Duty is infinitely better at making their competitors' games than their competitors are anymore. There's a new mode called Ground War in Modern Warfare 2 that we were playing. And Ground War is, well, it's basically Battlefield. You got vehicles, you've got like helicopters, this, that, and the other. You also have AI that spawns in on both your side and the enemy side. So on top of you having 20v20 in this big open map, you've also got AI opponents that spawn in and attack you as well, that drop in from the sky from both your side and your opponent's side. As you're pushing more to their side, they have more drop in on their side to try to stop you alongside them that are fighting you as well. And it's a lot of fun. It is really fun. And as they're pushing more in towards your side, the same thing happens. And I thought it was really cool because it actually made it feel like a war, because it was you as an actual player and your whole team, but also you would get help from AI as they were dropped in when you were just getting hammered by the opposing team. And it was really enjoyable to play. It felt like a really good Battlefield game that actually went like above and beyond. And because of that, I'm kind of excited for the new Warzone and their new thing that they have called DMZ mode, which is supposed to be like Escape from Tarkov. So if they can continue to make games that their competitors have made, but make them better, I'm excited to see where this goes in the end. But yeah, that's essentially the only thing I really have to say. Like, it was fun. I had a lot of fun playing it.
Well, that's good. I don't have much to say about Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, not really. I'm good.
Okay. You guys want to go on to what news we got?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's see. The first Mario movie trailer is coming out next week at New York Comic Con.
It is?
Mm-hmm. Finally know what Mario sounds like. Chris Pratt with his Brooklyn accent.
My one friend who lives in New York was like, "You want to come up and go to this with me?" I was like, "Ooh, I kind of do, but I also have to work." So I'm like, am I going to take off a day of work to hear Chris Pratt appropriate an Italian accent? Probably not. But I also would love to be in the room for the just the reactions. So
I'm so all over the place in my mind, like how this is gonna be. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be horrific? I don't know. I really don't even know like what to guess.
I don't know. Who knows?
I know, who knows? Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully they use that extra time to like polish up what were supposed to be some not great initial previews.
So I think the actual movie itself will look fine. It's Illumination Studios, and like their stuff, like for them, for better or for worse. I mean, like obviously, yes, they're the funny Minions people, but like it looks good. The movies look good, so that I'm not worried about. I'm more so worried about like, what's Chris Pratt gonna sound like? I just need to know what he's gonna sound like.
Is he gonna be appropriate? Yeah, I don't know.
Is he? Yeah. Is he? Hey, it's me and Mario. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. How are they gonna use Charles?
Give
Martin?
me gabagoo. Give me some gabagoo. Forget about it. Hey, I'm walking. That kind of thing.
I really hope that's what they make Mario sound.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then what about Jack Black Bowser?
I think he'll just sound like Jack Black because Jack Black only has one voice and it's Jack Black. If I were to recast this movie,
Jack Black's voice though.
I'm not saying
no,
it's bad, but I'm just saying look at Bowser in the face and imagine him being like Jack Black talking about capturing the princess or whatever. If I were to recast this movie, I would 100% thrown money at Danny DeVito to be Mario, but this is what we got. Chris Pratt is at the time anyway, was the hot thing. So Sure, but I'm like, we'll see. I'll watch it.
Since we know that there's presumably going to be music, like musical stuff in this movie, what if they do like something horrendous with it?
Unspeakable.
What if they do like they have Bowser sing that Tenacious D song, like "I'm gonna fuck you softly" or whatever.
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
Really, really lighten the mood in that movie, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited to see what it is. Hopefully, it's not one of those like. Hopefully, like they do like a quick general release for this trailer, like show it there and then put it right out to the public. Really hope they don't do that thing. Like I guess I don't know where it was which Comic Con they just showed off the Indiana Jones trailer, but they're like,
yeah,
they showed it off and they're like, yeah, but we're not showing it to the public yet. It's like,
well, like why? Yeah, it doesn't.
You just showed it off to all these people.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's just a nice quick turnaround. So, that's all I got to say about that. So,
yeah.
What else we got?
A unannounced Silent Hill game got a rating in Korea.
No, that could be anything. Sadly.
Silent Hill: The Short Message has appeared online from the Game Rating and Administration Committee of Korea. But so the publisher was listed as Uniana. Okay. I think that's how you say that. They regularly publish games for Konami in South Korea. But nobody there's no actual details about it, but it is worth noting that same publisher also develops the pachinko machines, or publishes the pachinko machine for Konami.
There it is, boys. That's the one.
So there you go.
A short memory of your wallet. That's what it is.
The short message. The short
message to your bank.
So it could be a pachinko machine, could be not a pachinko machine.
Nobody knows.
Probably is a pachinko machine. Don't get too excited.
No, don't get excited. Don't get excited.
Or just re-release of PT. Should be probably sell it for $60 or something crazy.
Oh, yeah. That would suck. Donkey balls.
Where is? Damn it! The thing I had for this next news piece. Let me see. Hold on. Let me Google it again. Hardware. Yeah. The news story I had went away.
Oh no! What happened to it?
There we go. So if you guys don't know about the pachinko machine, the Logitech G Cloud was announced.
Mm-hmm.
It is a cloud handheld gaming device. Has not come out yet. It's supposed to be working with NVIDIA Now, or GeForce Now rather. Yeah, NVIDIA GeForce Now, and Game Pass. So you got to pay for both of those services, obviously, to use those.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, it hasn't come out yet. It doesn't come out till October 17th, I believe. It had an initial price of $350, and it's already on sale for $300. They did a small price cut on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you were wondering how this stacks against other handheld streaming devices, such as the Steam Deck, which installs stuff, but it also can stream shit. This honestly does not even touch the Steam Deck. So
absolutely in no way, shape, or form.
Runs a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G, which is
this is the one I saw that's so bad. Okay, I've seen this one.
When I say an old chip, quite an old chip.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can give an actual appropriate timeline for you here. Where is it on? There we go, Wiki chip. That's what I want. So the 720G first came out in early 2020, so it's about 2 years old. A little closer to 3 years old. And as far if you know anything about Snapdragon processors and mobile processors and stuff like that, the 720G and the G lettering usually means it's for a budget phone.
Mm-hmm.
So the phone that you would see it in America would be any of the Samsung Galaxy A series, either the 52 or the 72.
Yeah.
And then overseas would be Oppo Renos, Redmi Notes, Poco M2s, like shit like that. So like not a bleeding edge chip in any of the sense. 64 gigs of internal memory, IPS screen running at 1080p, 7-inch display at 60 hertz. It looks comfortable. Rechargeable battery with 12 hours of battery life under normal conditions, which, I mean, whatever. It does have an expandable memory slot, but I wouldn't see myself getting this. And honestly, like, initially you might be saying to yourself, wait, it's a very cheap way for me to have a portable device to play cloud games through. And you would be correct. However, for $300, right, you're getting this device that does a quarter of like what like a Steam Deck does, and I think
it's really not worth it for the $300.
And I think what the cheapest Steam Deck is like what 500,
400,
400. Sorry, 400, and you get like much better tech specs. You actually get an AMD Zen 2 APU.
Yeah. $399 is the cheapest Steam Deck.
Better,
and
better
this is just a glorified streaming device.
It is.
It is, but like it is to the point where like it's not fit for purpose.
No.
Like you could do something so much better for like $99 more.
Yeah, like you'd buy
this.
this.
That's the thing
like,
that
fuck.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like there's no point to this thing. Period.
Correct.
You could do this with your phone and a like $10 card. I mean, $10 controller.
So what I would say to anybody who's considering something like this, right? So Xbox, the xCloud already, I think, is it in beta or is it available for phones?
xCloud's already available for phones.
Okay, perfect, awesome. Nvidia Now, I don't think
available for phones already.
It is available for phones?
Mm-hmm.
All right, phenomenal. So what's great about that, right? If you have an iPhone,
you can do it with Android also.
Well, I'm talking to both people. So, if you have an iPhone, you can get the Razer Kishi or the Backbone controller. Which
this is the controller I'm talking about. These are like 40, 50
which,
bucks.
The most expensive Backbone I think I'm looking at right here is 100. The Razer Kishi is actually on sale for $60 right now. Actually, it's $50 at Target.
Target right now is having a massive electronic sale. Yeah. I highly recommend anyone go check it out.
Love me some Target. So you can get that for your iPhone, or I think didn't PlayStation just announce that iPhone controller?
I have no idea. I have not been keeping up with that.
Hold on. I think they did. Yeah. Oh, what it was is it's a Backbone, but it's a PlayStation Edition Backbone, which I will say right out the gate, automatically your iPhone now does more than the Logitech G, because it does not stream PlayStation stuff, and your phone can. So the Backbone is specifically for your iPhone, and it's $100. I also believe they have
Steam Deck can also stream PlayStation stuff.
Correct. They also Backbone has a Android version, which I guarantee you, if you've bought any mainstream Android device within the last couple of years, so that would be like your Samsung S21s, 22s. I mean, I'm a Pixel device user. Trying to think what other bigger ones. I mean, it's like mainly Samsung is what I run into, but even some of the higher end Motorola devices, and even OnePlus devices are all overpowering this machine. So you would just need a Backbone controller for your phone, and maybe like a portable battery pack, just to kind of keep yourself going. And you can legit with your phone have PS Remote Play, Xbox Remote Play, Steam Link, xCloud, GeForce, Nvidia Now. If you're one of the 3 people who use it, Stadia can stream to your Pixel devices as well as other Android devices. So there's no reason for that. So you can literally make a better device than this right now by purchasing a Backbone controller and attaching it to your phone of choice.
Yeah.
So don't buy the Logitech G Cloud. It's I mean, like, I guess the only thing I can really say that it has over any other phone device that you can use to play video games is the battery life. But
Okay.
again, like, you can go. I'll play devil's advocate once again. So for $300, Logitech G Cloud or Anchor Power Bank. For $100, you can get a big ass one, but for $50, you can get a normal one. So for $150, you could have a power bank and the controller, and you'll be fine. So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is just bad. I
Yeah.
looked at it and I looked at its usage and I can't find anything really good about it.
No.
And I tried.
Yeah, I mean, typically, like, I can look at one.
I guess it's very like small and portable. So that's probably a good thing. There we go. I found something good about it. How's that?
Sure, maybe.
I was able to say something nice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for an extra $100, you can get a Steam Deck. For $200
honestly,
cheaper,
just
you can get a
just
background
get a Steam
controller.
Deck. Just get a Steam Deck.
So just don't. Also, Logitech hardware is like ass now, so like I couldn't even recommend it for that.
Just like EVGA is ass now, you know. After
I would not.
After they're gone.
So, there's that. But yeah,
would not recommend.
No, definitely would not. So, but that's all the newsy news kind of stuff that I saw. The only other thing I saw that I think we forgot to talk about at one point, I forget, was there was a new Iron Man game announced by EA Motive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to say one other thing because I was dumb and I forgot about it, but it's not news. It's just a story I wanted to share, but we'll continue. I'm so sorry. So, this week was my 1-year anniversary.
Congratulations!
It was fun. It was fun. That was this Sunday. It was awesome. We just hung out basically. But we did go to this massive fucking mall that was actually just a massive thrift mall. It was so much fun. I found something there that was awesome, and then we came back and we actually watched it. I found someone's what was it called?
Sex tape.
Their booth basically, and it was a booth that was like pretty much themed around like old people stuff. Like they had Bonanza and stuff. They had old keyboards, like like playing music keyboards, that sort of deal. Yeah. And I found a box of DVDs that was for 99 cents.
Okay.
And it was just full of Toho movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we bought all of them for $1 a piece and came back home and watched them because it was awesome. So we watched Godzilla vs. Biollante this weekend, and that movie holds up. Still very good. Still very, very good. I can't wait to watch more actually. So no, I just wanted to mention that because I thought that was really cool.
That's a lot of fun.
On top of that, we were watching them because we're getting up money to sell for Cheza and whatnot to help pay for the rest of that thing, and we've gotten up quite a bit now at this point, but we still have a little ways to go. And I bought all of them for $1 a piece because they all sell for $30 a piece.
Oh my goodness.
But also, I just wanted to watch all of them, so there's that as well.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess that's really all I wanted to say about that.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that story because it was fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anything else to talk about before we wrap up?
Nah.
Nah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to us tonight. Don't forget to find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts. You also can see our website at game-crunch.com. That's where our old episodes are. If you want to reach out to us, we're on Facebook, Twitter, or you can send us an email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon.
Hey, how you doing?
Any final thoughts?
No. I've added a ton of things to my eBay though, which you guys have already shared. I got a lot more stuff also coming. I added 2 fairly rare Spyro games from the PlayStation 2 era, and I also added some more just odds and ends basically. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff. I'm trying to price things as fairly as possible while also trying to make money. And like I said, all of it goes towards Cheza. None of it's going towards me. So there's that. Other than that, I guess I have Splatoon 3 to look forward to in the future.
Yeah.
In like 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah, I had funds on my my Switch.
There you go.
Uh-oh, Brandon.
Yeah,
well, you know where I'll be.
I don't know. Where will you be?
Splatoon. Probably in that. Probably doing Salmon Run.
Neat.
Mm-hmm. So hop in.
Maybe.
Well, when you, I don't. We'll see it when you do it, but like when you're in the lobby, you can see what like other players are doing, and if like they're online, you can just be like, "Yeah, I want to join them."
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
You can just hop in.
Okay.
Odds are I will probably be there.
You'll still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Nick, any final thoughts for you?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Well, with that said, I was Mike Anastasia. You can find me online. I'm Clash Penguin on Twitter or your favorite gaming console. And until next week, game on.
Game on.
Oh, did you notice that I played that match of Splatoon with you?
No, because you said that match of Splatoon, and I'm like, which one?
It was only one. Like you were playing a game one day, and it was like, "Do you want to join Pepper?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." And so like I just hopped on.
I think you know what the problem is. I think your name is so regular that it doesn't like stick out to me in Splatoon, because like Splatoon is a mixture of like non-binary people who go by weird names like Crouton, and then like other names that are just like stupid. Like I think I saw one that was like AIDS Haver, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I played with a team the other day, and they were a horrible team.
Yeah.
But they had the funniest names. Like I actually took a screenshot of it. I was like, "Oh, I'm like, those are cute names. It's too bad you guys are absolutely awful." I've taken like so many random screenshots and videos from Splatoon.
I took one and posted it on my Twitter the other day. It was the little buddy thing. Somebody drew. Where is it at? I posted. Let me scroll down here. I was like handing it a gun. It says, "Go do a crime."
Well, maybe I didn't take a screenshot. I don't see it. But it was like anchovy, like ANNE, chovy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They were all like little fish names, except they're like the last one was like Chad. Like they were missing a teammate or something.